And it's just 22 games in. Our main threat is still set pieces. Let's be honest here. You know, set pieces is our biggest threat. That was the same this time last year. Set pieces was our biggest threat. We spent nearly 200 million on the attack. So
what did you think changed though? Or what did you expect to change? Because you brought in a striker and your system does not accommodate a striker. So that was a waste of money. Your best striker is probably Marino. Yeah. Your second best striker is Havertz. Or if you want to interchange them, they're both midfielders. So either way, your system doesn't suit having a centre forward, so it was a waste of money. You don't have creative players in the middle. Your manager doesn't want that. Your manager wants your creative outlets to be a wide players tossing the ball into the box.
And they haven't been good enough either.
Well, exactly. What's happening is supposed to be happening.
No, but the expectation after you buy a Gyökeres, because you're right. Anytime I said I want Gyökeres this summer, I said it needs to come with the caveat that Mikel changes a little something in terms of the transition and the attack, the risk-taking element. He hasn't, and you're right. He hasn't, you could call it a waste if he doesn't end up finding that formula for Gyökeres. But 22 games in, after we've dropped points in 3 games, and I've mentioned the attack all season, this weekend in particular, I'll take a shithouse win and just keep it moving. Do you get it? So I don't
really
every
week though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is, the thing is, man, you man are flipping awful, bro. Let's chew the fat.
We're solid, bro. It's a new era, bro. New era.
You man stink, brother. Like let's be honest with it. If you do win,
you man have scored a couple less set pieces than us. You man do that.
Yeah,
as well.
But the difference is, bro. Listen, banger for banger, you can't sit with us. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality. Your team
corner for corner, bro. Corner for
corner.
Your team
stink, yeah. And it's one of them things where I think it's probably going to be a 2-2 and Arsenal probably concede first and then you scumbag a draw, bro. Like, this is what I see happening, bro. Like, you man are awful, bro.
Draw's not acceptable. A draw gives City the chance to make it 2 points. And I just look at it now as game swings.
Yeah.
So 2 points, 1 point is 1 game swing. 4 points, like and 1 game swing and you still got to go Etihad. Essentially, we're at a point now where 1 negative result for us, 1 positive for City. The title's in City's hands all of a sudden because they win every game, including the Etihad.
Yeah.
So this is where, like, I'm with you in terms of the aesthetics of our football or the lack of it. But this Leeds one, just get past it.
But do you think that it's sustainable to consistently play this bad, and not suffer the consequences at some point? Because there's still a lot of football to be played. People are going on like the season's nearly done. It's not, bro.
Yeah,
15 games is a lot of points,
The way you sound right now is how you'd want to sound maybe with 5 games to go. 5, 4, it's games to go. Just get it out of the way. On to the next.
It gets like that.
It wasn't like it's like the man got a slow puncher and you're like, yo, like the tire's slowly deflating and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna make it home, bro. It's like you just started the journey.
You got pressure, man.
It gets like that.
It wasn't like this a couple weeks ago.
What was the question? Oh, is it sustainable? Honestly, bro.
15 games. Can you just keep getting over the line? I
can't say it is, bro. I can't say it is. Like for me, we've lost out on Premier League titles because of around this time of the season-ish, maybe a bit later on in 2 title races, we've decided to go with an approach that's more handbrake on-ish than it is maybe letting it go a little. And that's cost us for 2 title races, right? Whether you want to talk about experience in the race in the first season or the second season, Man City being that juggernaut, toe-to-toe, I expect those moments to have been learnt from. So now we're going into a crucial part again, and game to game, it's still that kind of, listen, with the attack, let's, handbrake on a little bit. It'll be unacceptable for it not to work. At least something refreshing coming in that might need a few more tweaks and is not as quite clean. That would be something where it's like, okay, he's trying to do something here. Whereas he's going back to type in terms of, pragmatic towards the biggest games now. It's not going to be acceptable. Is it sustainable? Bro, it hasn't been, but that's because we've gone up against Juggernaut City, them 2 titles. I don't class last year as a title race.
The only reason
the Juggernaut City hasn't been about, but there's a chance for them to do 10-game, 12-game winning run. They probably go and win the league as well. So it's a juggle right now.
The only reason I think you get over the line this time round, and the reason why I've been saying all season,
is you haven't changed your patterns of play. The mindset is pretty much still the same when it comes to attacking and not being transitioned as the first thought of Arteta's game plan. You've got more options in attack. So the patterns of play are still the same, but if Eze ain't performing, Odegaard. If Odegaard, Madueke, Saka. If Saka, Martinelli.
Grizz, all the man you mentioned aren't scoring.
I know about ranks, but hear me out. But what it is, when you come to a game of percentages, Arsenal, Arteta plays a game of percentages. He's a percentage manager.
Right.
So when you've got more options, the more weapons you throw, one of them might just pop off. And that's what it is. The style, the system will stay the same. He's very rigid. But he just hopes one guy will bang. Trossard has a nice little run of 3-4 games, then Martinelli might have. Now you're hoping Havertz is that guy. So that's why I think the difference is you might get over the line.
I'm hoping anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
But there's a role to be taken in the last few months.
Someone's going to, out of those 7, 8 I mentioned, at least one has got to stand up.
At least. I mean,
you would hope. But when you go through the list of all their attackers, no one's standing anywhere. This is what I'm looking at, yeah. I don't think, all the times Arsenal have been in title races, I don't think I've seen, Arteta look so desperate so early, bro. It's January, and the guy's making quadruple substitutions against Man United like it's the end of the world, bro. Like, he knows the pressure's on and it's Jan, bro. Like, there's so much football to play, not just in the Premier League as well. We're not taking into account the fixture pile up. We're not taking into account possible injuries as well, because there's still a lot of football to play. And he already looks like it's life or death for him already, bro. Like, rolling the dice against Man United, quadruple substitution. Like, I was like, bro, that's a manager that tells me that, yo, I have to win, bro. I think one more loss could absolutely do him, He might be start self-harming like Pep, man. Do you know what I mean? One more, start scratching himself.
One more, one more loss, and I mean, mentally, that's when you really see what we're about. I mean, I think this Saturday it's a mental test more than it is anything. Yeah. Even though Leeds will do the physical test, even though they'll be hard to break down, it's the mental side. For me, listen, we can talk about the lack of chances created against Liverpool, against Forest, and against United. Really. For me, the biggest thing lacking for those games was where, and you can't quantify this, but where is that man knows they can win the league here? Kind of player. I didn't see
Rice looks like he knows he can win it, but
I need an attacker to do. I need an attacker, 10 upwards. Like Rice is that player. Saliba, Gabriel, even Timber around that. You can see what's in them with the attackers. Anytime even the camera pans, it just feels like none of them are. There's an opportunity there. Yeah,
I think when you lost the game, bro, they look like someone died. These guys, bro. Do you know what I mean? Look like PTSD to me, bro. Gabriel looked like, he looked like his heart broke. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Man United was, but so they should, because are you lot not ashamed of yourselves? Man United at the Emirates, like, come on, man. I know Man United are on a manager bounce, but you see, what I do is take champions from the past and put themselves in this position we were in against Man United. Forget Forest and Liverpool. Do Man City 22-23, 23-24 beat Man United last week? Do Liverpool 24-25 beat Man United last week? Do Leicester 16-15-16? The answer is yes.
Probably, yes.
Most of those teams. Yeah. So, I'm glad the players reacted like that, because I'm just like, we talk about the manager a lot, and rightly so. But at a certain point, there comes a minute in this game where the onus is on you, man, now. Now, whether you, man, want to listen to him all the way and it not work out, or at some point on that pitch say, you know what, I've got to do something out of the box here, because football's about that a lot as well. Pep's a master of his craft, but he's had players over the years that they'll do stuff that you say, Pep didn't ask him to do that, but he done it because he believes in him. We don't have none of every attacker is listening to Mikel a bit too much, in my opinion. And maybe he doesn't even want that. But it just feels like every attacker is trying to do exactly what it seems like he wants him to, but too much. I get it for controlling and dominating, but there needs to be at least, if an attacker plays 90 minutes, right? Across that 90 minutes, I expect at least 10 of those minutes to be off the cuff movement, off the cuff, something with the ball. At least the other 80 can be the safe stuff, the control, but we're not getting none of that from our attackers. It's cross.
So what do you think it is then? But then, because it's one of two things.
Tried something off the cuff.
Yeah,
Should I be honest with you?
It's one of two things. It's either coaching or your players are not brave when it matters. So either one is concerning.
Yeah, I mean, you see, I've had an issue with some of the names that Mikel will go for, right? I think character plays a big part in Mikel's profile for players, right? And I think that can harm the quality of the actual quality of the player again. For example, I think Havertz came in. A lot of the reason why is because he's useful, but he's also someone that would fit in with everyone else and someone that will listen, learn, and do what you need him to do. I think Madueke is a similar signing. Arteta hasn't shown with attackers, the best attackers in the world come with ego. I don't think you can get a great attacker without an ego. Great being the key word here, right?
Yeah.
I don't think he's learned yet, and until he does manage these kind of great attackers, I don't think he's learned to manage that yet, because I haven't seen the two greatest attackers he's had has been Ozil and Aubameyang, and it didn't work out. And I get both in terms of how it went. I get it. Like, you know, you're a young manager, you've come in, it was a messy situation, cool, whatever. But since then, and I'm looking at our attack now, we need that great player in attack. Now, we're not going to buy it. We haven't got a chance to buy it in January anyway. One of these men have to become that great attacker. And if they don't, as much as I'm looking at Mikel, because it's unacceptable to drop what we've got right now at the end of the season, I'm looking at a lot of those players as well in attack saying, yo, you've proven enough times now that in this final stretch, when it push comes to shove, that you're not about it. That's a problem. That's Mikel's policy with transfers. It's about character as much as it's about everything else too, which so far you could say it's worked to get us where we are. But I think it's glaringly obvious, bro, that in the attack we're missing a character in the attack. That's what I say, a character, a killer. We've got killer, like Rice is a killer in midfield, Gabriel's a killer in defense. And you could even say Raya is a goalkeeper, the way he plays, okay, more loosely. In attack, we have no killers.
Yeah, but the thing is, the same character that you're talking about, that arrogance and stuff, that's also what gets you over the line.
Yeah.
And you don't have that.
In attack, yeah, we don't. So it's heavily reliant on defense in midfield. You're right, we don't. But I'd say Man City don't have that in defense unless Guehi really does hit the ground running consistently and push, makes everyone around him better. But I'd say what we're lacking in attack, they probably lack in defense. So whoever balances it better first.
But they've still got guys that know how to win. Diaz knows how to win.
Big problem.
You know what I'm saying? And his character's not in question. You might question his ability because, yeah, he's declined a little bit, but his character's not in question. You know what I'm saying? City got Bernardo Silva. Character can't be questioned. There's a lot of players that Rodri's character can't be questioned. There's players that know how to win in that team, innit? You don't have any. The only one you can really say is Declan Rice because he won at West Ham. Do you know what I'm saying? And even that, like, insecurities are creeping up, bro, because in the last few games when you lot haven't played well, neither has he. So it's one of them things where I don't know if you do have those characters. I think those characters are born out of winning, bro.
They are. No, 100%. There's a certain edge winning gives you. But because we haven't won yet and we can't win until May, this Saturday is a big one for what you're saying in terms of the mental side.
If we draw the game, I think, mate, it's horrible.
It's peak. If we draw the game, I'm telling you now, it's peak. And I will crash out if we draw that game or lose that game, even worse. If we win that game and win it comfortably, then all of a sudden the aura swings back to oof. Have they found? So right now it's all like touch and go. Arsenal play, City play, it's tight. It should be more, but then City would argue maybe they should be top if they won their games while we drop points. Now...
We're one more poor result away from really having fun. We're really having fun.
That's
like,
it.
Turkish crash out. We're really gonna have fun. I'm telling you.
That's what we need.
We're not gonna
the
be
beauty of this time of year is there's so many opportunities for that game. That could be the second leg against Chelsea. You know what I mean? Because everyone forgets that Chelsea had loads of players missing in the first leg. Do you know what I mean? So imagine if they end up losing the second leg against Chelsea.
If they lose that second leg at the Emirates, it's going to be a shock to the system because
there's that game. There's also the final. There's also the final against City, which I expect City to win if Arsenal get there. Well, I expect City to win it anyway. But if Arsenal get there, I expect City to win anyway because they know how to win finals. And that, again, is a big psychological That's a big psychological thing. Even though it's not in the title race directly, it's psychologically, it's like, cool. When you had to do it, you couldn't do it against us, bro.
Are you here to plant? You're here to plant seeds of doubt, aren't you? You've got
they're already in the Arsenal dressing room. Bro, listen. Ask Gabriel why he didn't shake Harry Maguire's hand at the final whistle. Ask him. That's what I want to know, innit? Because I thought it wasn't good sportsmanship, personally.
This is a psychological. You're doing Steve's job today. Psychological warfare,
bro.
No, I'm letting him do it because the comment after this will be they hate him. They're gonna get a petition.
Yeah, but you're both used to that. You're both used to that.
They're rattled in the chat. I can see them. They're quivering, shaking.
Yeah,
in their
but bro.
boots.
But the thing is, it's like this was the same energy they were giving me before the Arsenal game. They were like, you ain't beat us at home since XYZ. You're this. You only beat Chelsea because they were rubbish. They had a man sent off. You only beat a rubbish City. You only beat a rubbish Liverpool. You only beat a rubbish this, a rubbish that. Do you know what I mean? And we beat a rubbish Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, I'll be honest, there's so many opportunities for Arsenal to slip up, man. It's so early, man. Like you said, Matisse, if this was 4 or 5 games to go, Turkish would be relaxed. He's not relaxed. He's stressed.
I'm calm, bro. One game.
You're stressed, brother.
Nah,
you are stressed, Turkish, man. You can't smile
easy. Told me salivating hearing you speak like that.
Please, man. Don't be talking about me salivating. Don't make me have to tell Rants what you were doing for Cam, bro. Rants, this guy was calling Cam Zaddy on the phone saying the studio is yours, bro. A man was saying, Zaddy, the studio is yours.
You know what's funny?
Yours, Zaddy.
When I rip him, I just rip him. I don't lie. He gets his cheeks out on the table. Rants, one day I'm gonna.
Am I lying about you? Am I lying?
And I'm gonna have to apologize for what you witnessed there behind the scenes. Because
am I lying about you calling Cam on the phone, calling Cam your Zaddy and saying the studio?
Have you ever seen that in your life?
Matisse,
have you ever seen that?
Yeah, you are my witness.
I was there. I never. 7 a.m.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
7 a.m. calling the next man Zaddy. This studio is yours.
That's
what
crazy.
What are you gonna do when I'm back?
You go church on Sundays. Do you repent for all these lies every Sunday, or do you learn your lessons?
What lies? I don't know.
You're going quiet. You're blushing now, brother. Go to church Sunday. Make sure you go and tell God what you just said.
I'm actually gonna start calling you Turkish Walker. You know, like Summer Walker. Honestly, bro.
Brother, just last week you got burgundy paint because you thought Villa might do something. So don't start, bro. Because
what are you talking about? Burgundy paint. What are you talking about?